We knew from the moment the first trailer came out that She-Hulk was looking to be an absolute disaster. When you see this type of ratio on something from the MCU, 782,000 upvotes to nearly 500,000 downvotes. It's not ratioed, but we have never seen anything like this type of backlash to something from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it was for a lot of reasons. It was for the cringe, unfunny humor. It was for the horrific CGI. And it was, of course, for the feeling like this is going to be yet another feminist propaganda push from Marvel. And that's exactly what it's turned out to be. As Gary tweeted out this ad from Disney, it's a must-she series. You couldn't spell out MCU any more clearly. And in light of that, what has happened? What's happened after that? Not only did the CGI really not get improved that much, but all of a sudden the directors started to speak out in the weeks leading up to the premiere of She-Hulk on Disney+. What does this director have to say? Director Kat Coiro confirms Disney Plus series developed with focus on inclusivity and making sure the story was told through the female lens. And in this, she brags about how proud she is that she has an all-female team behind the camera. Imagine if you went out with the sole intended goal to have an all-male team behind the camera. I don't think people would think of that as diverse or inclusive, but that's how it's defined for woke Hollywood. But then she went to the next level. With all the criticism about the CGI out there, which is rightfully there, and with all of this controversy surrounding the VFX artists rebelling against Marvel because they've been treated like garbage. They are overworked, they're underpaid, and they can't keep up with what Marvel continues to shove down their throats. And a lot of them are just quitting the entire industry because of it. Despite all of that, what does this person try to place the blame on? What does the director of She-Hulk try to say? She-Hulk director Kat Coiro blames criticism of Marvel's series CGI on, quote, our culture's belief in its ownership of women's bodies. Are you kidding me? It has nothing to do with that and everything to do with the fact that this looks like crap, that a lot of the CGI that we have seen thus far, and that's all we have to go on, looks like garbage. You can't get around it. It has nothing to do with a woman. People have been criticizing Marvel CGI for a long time. Have you heard of Black Panther? Have you heard of the fight between T'Challa and Killmonger at the end of that? That was some of the worst graphics anyone's ever seen. What about Hulk when Bruce Banner was put on top of the Hulkbuster armor? That looked terrible. What about how ridiculous it looked when Taskmaster was revealed to be a woman? In reality, they just basically green screened her on there. That looked terrible. People have been talking about Marvel CGI for a long time. But this person, the director, wants to blame people who think they own women's bodies. She's blaming toxic masculinity. She's blaming toxic men. That's what this is. That's what this entire series is really all about. And it's been marketed that way. Now, something did come out. We've been talking about how throughout the entire thing, they basically made it look like She-Hulk was better than Hulk at certain things. Let's watch this for a second. This is from something I made in a hotel just a couple weeks ago.
This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on. Yes. Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Right, so he throws a rock, she throws it further and celebrates. Right?
Nikki. Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance.
Oh man, she's really good at that. How crazy.
You have so much more to learn. Yes!
So I'm clearly nailing it at all these things.
And then she does the clap. Now, this is how they've advertised it. They've advertised on, look how good She-Hulk is. Look how good she is. Look what she's doing. Something came out today. All that whining about Bruce being weaker than Jen. And for what? This is the scene right after she throws the rock.
Very good.
Just trying to show you.
No,
it's done.
I'm shown.
Now, this just got put out there today. And I saw a lot of people tweeting this out there. Where are they now? Look, look, look. You know what? It's almost like some of us address this. Some of us address the fact that that's how it probably would be in the show, but it's about the way it's marketed. And as a matter of fact, let me go back to July 29th here and listen to what I had to say. Maybe it might be relevant. Even doing the thunderclap there. Now, do I think in the series itself, it's probably going to be like, oh, she's overconfident. Oh, there's some things that she doesn't know. Oh, she's going to need more training. I probably think that is going to be the case, but this is how they're advertising it right now. That she's basically just able to do all this stuff, no problem. And Hulk's like, if you want to go back to being an attorney, I get it. And that's exactly what she does. Crazy, right? It's almost, like I said, that's probably what's going to happen, but the way they're marketing it is very, very clear. And once people see that, initially, that's kind of what their thoughts are going to be. And what we have right now from the She-Hulk series, we have a feminist director who's coming out and bashing anyone who criticizes it as just a sexist. You just think you can own women's bodies. This is going to be a shit show for Marvel. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.